Full moons are a time when things come into illumination, into its peak, literally and figuratively. Just like the sun, the moon you see on a daily basis going through its phases. We are 60% water as humans, and the moon affects the giant, the biggest body of water, the ocean, on a daily basis. Isn't it safe to say that it can also affect us on a daily basis? The moon only sits in one zodiac sign for about 2.5 days before going to the next one. So it's fast to change and evolve. Life is all about cycles, when to push, when to start, when to pull. If we pay attention to the moon and the moon cycles, it can teach us a lot about the flow of life and harnessing that energy to create and to manifest and to flow. For women, just as your cycle can sync up with other women, your cycle can sync up with the moon, creating a really powerful red moon or white moon. A white moon is a traditional cycle. It means that you will bleed on the new moon or around the new moon. This symbolizes the need to be a mother, not literally, it can be more figuratively, wanting to be a nurturer, a caretaker, a helper. Women who bleed on a full moon, their cycles are called a red moon, and they're said to be healers or witches or even medicine women. This doesn't mean that they don't also want families, but their focus is really about the collective, healing, helping, nurturing the world and not just their family. No cycle is better than the other, just different energies, and your cycle can change and shift depending on your needs and your wants and desires. It's really fun to pay attention to whatever zodiac sign the moon is in and see how it affects you and your own personal zodiac sign. Sometimes it's lovely, sometimes it's chaotic, sometimes you're sleepy, sometimes you're exhausted, sometimes you're energized, but there's power in that. Full moons are all about releasing, removing, resetting, and revising. It's a much more feminine time to trust, receive, to really look at what's working and not working and kind of adjust so that you can be ready for the new cycle, the next new moon. I created this 20-page PDF all about the complete moon cycle. So new moon, full moon, rituals, and magic. I actually refer to this every new moon and full moon now. I didn't think that I would, but I personally also go to it every single time. Be like, what do I need? What am I manifesting? What are some prompts? What are some affirmations? It's got a bunch of really good information in there that I use as well. And it's available on my Etsy shop or free if you join my Patreon. Full moon ritual items. Incense. These are my favorite incense. Oh my gosh, I love them. I'll link them below. Sage, Palo Santo, a bell, or even a Hertz frequency cleansing like on YouTube. Matches or a lighter, a heat-proof dish, or a dish that you use for burning rituals. I'll link mine down below. Pen and paper, oracle or tarot cards or both, and cup of tea. I recommend cinnamon, rose, ginger, or a chocolate, like a hot chocolate. So now you'll set your space, get nice and cozy, make sure that you're not going to be disturbed. If you don't have your own room, make sure that you lock the door, tell people hey, don't bother me. I'm doing witchy shit. Sit somewhere comfortable. It can be on a pillow, it could be on the couch, it could be on your bed, wherever you feel comfy. I recommend putting your phone away or on mute. If you're using your phone for music, just put it on mute somewhere. I recommend not documenting rituals. I feel like it's the same as a birthday wish. It just has a negative connotation. I don't like it. It's a little bit egotistical. You should not be sharing your own rituals and magic on Instagram and stuff like that. It's private. It's for your eyes only. So now you'll burn your incense or your smoke or your bell. You're kind of ring your bell around you or play the Hertz frequency, and you can kind of do one of these to kind of cleanse you. And you want to make sure that you are smoking, cleansing, saging your entire body, all the way, your back, your front, your feet, all of it. Sit and take 3 to 6 slow, deep breaths. Taking 6 deep breaths reduces stress and anxiety. It's really good if you want to use it like whenever you're stressed or sitting in traffic. It just brings things down. For some reason, number 6 is the sweet spot. And then you want to imagine that you're surrounded by divine white light, either circling you, it's a square. I like to do like a hand signal like this that goes from my heart to my crown above, all the way to my root and up. If you work with energies, higher self, deities, gods, goddesses, now is the time to kind of call them in to work with you. If you'd like a video on that, on how to call in energies and work with energies, let me know down below. Don't just call in energies, make sure that you know how to do it. Now is a good time to do a short little meditation or a long one if you are feeling called. Play some calming music, I'll link some down below, or a 7.83 hertz, which is the hertz frequency of the Earth's heartbeat. So it's really relaxing, really calming, really de-stressing. Pull some oracle cards, tarot cards to kind of get some insight on a topic or guidance or wisdom. You can journal about those cards. Sometimes I like to take the cards, take a photo of them for myself, or I like to journal them, what they kind of mean, and a deeper insight, and see if there's a deeper message that the cards are trying to translate to me, or the energies I'm working with are trying to translate to me. It's a good time to use some journal prompts. You can either find some in my Moon PDF, or you can look up on Google a bunch of journal prompts. Use prompts that kind of go over the last cycle. If you still have that new moon intention, a little piece of paper, either it was like sitting somewhere safe or on your altar, go grab that, and you're gonna unfold it and really look at what you wrote and look at your journal from like kind of what you brainstormed, and see where you are, where your progress is, where things worked, where things didn't work. Take another piece of paper, separate piece of paper, and you are going to create a full moon release. Things that you want to release, let go of, anything that feels stuck, stagnant, habits, people, places, things, emotions, you name it. Put it on there like, I am releasing this, I no longer hold on to this, I allow this to go, etc. And what you're going to do is you're going to fold your new moon and your full moon intention little pieces of paper, and you're going to fold them together, and you are going to burn them. I recommend doing this outside, somewhere safe, somewhere not windy. If you do have to do it inside, do it somewhere maybe in like your kitchen sink, that if the flame kind of goes somewhere, like you can keep it safe. While you're burning your paper, you want to say, I release what is no longer working under the light of the full moon's glow, so mow it be. And especially if you're doing it inside, open a window, because that smoke can be gross. As well as the releasing energy, you want it to go somewhere. And now you can close your ceremony by thanking yourself, thanking the moon, thanking the energies that you worked with, and then go about your day or evening. Some really fun bonus things I like to do on a full moon, not every full moon, but sometimes, to take a full moon hike without any artificial light. Like maybe bring like a headlamp with you, but try to not use it, and make sure that you're using a really easy trail or easy path. There's something really energetic about being out in nature under the full moon, walking and exploring, and it doesn't have to be long. It's worth it. Give it a try. Full moons are a great time to charge and cleanse your tools. Under the full moon, either you can put them outside or you can put them on your windowsill. Put your oracle cards, tarot cards on the windowsill, as well as you can line your crystals up on the windowsill to charge from the full moon and gain a cleansing. You can make full moon water, which is really fun to do. If you want it drinkable, obviously make sure that you're using water in a drink-safe container with a lid. I like to use ball jars just because they're easy. You can also put crystals in your water. Just make sure they're water-safe crystals. There are some crystals that don't like water. And you want to set it on your windowsill, or you can put it outside. You can use it when you need releasing, resetting, refocusing, as well as make sure that you're paying attention to the zodiac that it's happening, because that's going to help juice it up. And say your full moon affirmations to the beautiful moon and give thanks. Some recommended reading. We have this candle magic book. I will link it below. It's really good for beginner magic candle. It's really thorough. It has spells in there. Love. Next, we have moon spells. They're all spells about working with the moon. Tons of different kinds. Of course, I've got some bookmarked. We have Women Who Run with Wolves. This is a super powerful storybook about the power of the wild woman archetype. So amazing. Like I said, I have this really awesome 20-page PDF all about the moon cycles, full moon, new moon rituals, and yeah, it's really informative. There's tons of stuff in here. It's nice to have something paper, something physical that I can just go to instead of Googling. You can buy it on my Etsy shop or it's free on my Patreon. Let me know if you did this ritual. Let me know if you liked it. What are some additional things that you do? What are some things that you didn't know about? Let's talk. Until next time, take care of yourself. Bye.